Welcome. This hour we are interviewing Jennifer Trommelen-Jones on Marx and Engels. Please enjoy.
Oh God, okay, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels wrote the Communist Manifesto. They talk about the specter haunting Europe, which is communism, the one that nobody talks about and isn't really known anywhere because it's hidden. It's all about a simplified class conflict which becomes the bourgeoisie and the proletariat from all of the different classes that used to be around in the Middle Ages, which were like the nobles, the kings, the serfs, and all of that. And it also talks about human as a force of history as opposed to Hegel, which is something you might want to talk about in your oral exam, where humans are the ones that make everything happen as opposed to reason. Communism itself is where everyone is equal. There is no private property, there are no private families, and this isn't a bad thing because this is the way that it is already. Like, anyone who has a reaction against it is the bourgeoisie, and that's only because they have all the private property and they have all the women who they end up sharing with their neighbors. But the proletariat really has nothing left. They don't have any private property. They don't have a real marriage because everybody is working. They don't have a real family. So this is a result of industrialism, where people no longer have a relationship with their product, and industrialism creates this really, really big environment where everyone is working, men, women, and children. And so the family dynamic is really changed, and no one finds enjoyment from what they do anymore because there isn't that relationship that you have with, like, finishing something and realizing that it's something you did. Like, someone might make the blade of a knife, someone might make the handle, but they never actually see the whole thing come together, so they don't have, they don't find happiness in it because they don't realize what they've done. So this is one of the ways that they're alienated. Alienation is a really important theme in Marx because they're alienated from their family. They're alienated from their country because all countries now are able to produce all of the same things. So there isn't this sense of national pride that comes out before when there are certain things that nations are good at making, and they're alienated with their work. So the proletariats really have nothing left. And even their lives are now commodities. They are just another thing to use to make products, to get money for capitalism. And because of the feminine and children workforce, everybody is a part of this now. It's not just the men who are working. And so the reaction to the bourgeoisie is that they have to do something about it. Because their lives are no longer real lives, they have to rise up against the bourgeoisie and create this economy where everyone is equal and there aren't these proletariat workers who have no real lives. Workers of the world unite.